So you want to start your own business online, but you have no money. Where do you start? What do you do? How do you do it? You literally have zero. You don't have a penny. You maybe just have a little bit to get started, but you don't have enough to keep it going. Guys, this is a question that I get asked all the time. In fact, it's one of my top 3 questions. So I've decided to answer it today in this video and explain to you how you can get started. I'm also going to go over some things that are going to help you understand business more and get your business started. So guys, if you like my content, you like this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below with your questions on business. So the first thing we need to actually dive into, guys, before we even talk about money, is one thing that I get all the time is people will email me and say, hey, I'm desperate. I need to start a business. I'm desperate. This is the worst thing you can do, starting a business when you're desperate. And the reason is, number one, it starts you off on the wrong foot completely, because when you're desperate, you need it to work. It has to work. You have no other option. You need to support your family. You have no job. You're literally desperate. The problem is you start off on the wrong foot, and most of the time, like literally 99.999% of the time, you are going to fail your first online venture. That's just the way it goes. And what I mean by fail is not completely fail, but you're probably not going to make money for quite a long time. So I get a lot of people that say, hey, I've got $200, that's it. How do I start online? No, I'm desperate. I'm really desperate. Guys, you need to just sit back, relax, take a chill pill, and do not, under any circumstance, start a business online when you're desperate. Business is serious stuff. You are literally basing your life around this thing that's hopefully going to work for you so you can support your family, support yourself, buy nice things, and enjoy life. Business is a serious thing. It's nothing to be playing around with, so you need to be serious, and you do not want to start a business when you're desperate. This is the number one factor that you need to really concentrate on, because you are going to have a hard time starting a business when you're desperate, you're down in the dumps, you've hit rock bottom, and you really need to start making some money. So now that we've got that out of the way, remember, don't do it when you're desperate. It is seriously a big mistake. But how do you actually get some money? How do you make money to become an entrepreneur? It's kind of like everyone's dream nowadays. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. Well, guys, you're not going to like the answer to this, but it's simple. You need to get what we call a job. Yes, you must get a job. See, entrepreneurship is not easy. Sometimes you can go for 6 months, a year, or 3 months, or whatever, without making a single penny, because you're usually reinvesting the money back into your business. So you need something to pay the bills. You need something to buy your kids clothes. You need something to eat. You're going to have to get a job, whether it be flipping burgers. It doesn't matter what kind of job you get, whether you're earning $100 a week or $1,000 a week from the job. You need to get some money rolling in. When I started working online, guys, I was driving a digger on minimum wage, right? Before that, when I left school, I worked at a shop for $3 per hour. Okay, I did the hustle, I did the grind, and I saved and saved and saved, and I spent and I saved. But the thing is, guys, what you should be doing, and this is quite important, is going to your job, your 9 to 5, right? You get this job, flipping burgers, whatever you're doing, work an 8-hour shift, and then you come home 2, 3, 4 hours, you sacrifice your weekend, sacrifice drinking with your friends for a little while, and you start your online business on the side. Your online business should always start as a side business, because it's not going to be your main income for a really long time. It's going to take you a while to get that business started. You're literally not going to retire straight away. So a lot of people think that starting an online business is like pushing a button, but online businesses and entrepreneurship in general are one of the hardest things you can ever do in your life. Why do you think CEOs make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year? Because they literally have all of this responsibility. They need to make the company's money. They need to delegate work to people. And you are essentially becoming a CEO when you start your own business. Although you don't have a board of directors, so really you're not a CEO, you're a self-appointed CEO, but you are the man or the woman for your company, and you are the one running everything. So entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things you are ever going to start in your life. But if you can accomplish it and you can achieve it and you can get to that point where you start to make a passive income and you start to get some good income in and you actually can quit your job, then it's one of the most rewarding things in your life, and it then becomes financially financially free. So it is worth it in the end. But to get the money, you need to get money from somewhere else to start. For example, do you think right now if I said to you, go and start a dropshipping store, you're going to fail on the first product. You're probably going to fail on the second product. You're going to have to spend money on Shopify. Where do you think that money comes from? It doesn't come from anywhere. It comes from having a job or having some other income source that you can use to work on this business, okay? And guys, I'm serious, right? If someone's not willing to go and get a job at McDonald's or get a job as an admin or something like that, guys, there's hundreds and thousands of jobs where you don't need any type of degree. If you're not willing to go and do that, then I'm sorry, you're not cut out for business, okay? Because business is a lot harder than walking down to McDonald's or going online and saying, hey, I want to fill out a McDonald's application, and then you start flipping burgers tomorrow, right? I would flip burgers for 2 or 3 years if it meant that I could save up a bunch of money and start my own online business, because that's what I have to do. You have to want it. If you don't want it and you're too lazy to get a job and go and do it, you want to play games all day, then you don't want it bad enough to actually start your own online business. All right, guys, so now that we have that out of the way, you need to get a job. What I want to talk about now is actually learning a skill. This is actually more important than, kind of getting money, because let's say you get a whole bunch of money and you don't actually have a skill, you haven't learned anything that you can actually implement online, then you're dead in the water. You literally are not going to go anywhere. So what I recommend you do is while you're working, while you're trying to get some money, is learn a skill. Now that skill can be anything, whatever you want to learn. So for example, let's say, hey, I'm doing affiliate marketing. So I sell products for other people and I get a commission. So the skill that I would want to learn is how to make websites and rank those websites in Google so I can get traffic. So you want to learn a skill. Another great example is copywriting. So there's a lot of people out there that want to learn copywriting for a couple of reasons. They can sell high ticket products. They can, learn how to sell on the phone. Now, it's kind of copyright isn't really in that category, but basically, there's so many skills you can learn. You can learn how to sell on the phone. You can learn copywriting. You can learn dropshipping. You can learn how to get traffic. So that's a good example. You got a dropshipping store. The one skill you want to learn out of any other skill, because building a Shopify store is easy. That's not really a skill. It's easy to learn. But getting traffic is a skill that you're going to want to learn, because there is an art to Facebook ads. There's an art to Google ads. You can't just come online and learn that stuff within a day and become an expert in Facebook ads and Google ads or ads in general. You need to actually learn that. So the process of starting a business, guys, is this. Number one, you want to get some sort of job to get some money coming in so you can eventually start your own online business. And I recommend having at least $1,000 or more sitting in the bank ready for your business. Why? And that's not just that. Make sure you still have more money coming in. That's just to start, okay? Number two, while you're saving that money, while you're working at that job, spend time online learning a skill. You do not need to go to college. That is a big scam unless you're learning something that you need to learn, like doctor or lawyer, but you're not. You're trying to be an entrepreneur. My number plate on my Maserati says no degree because I literally have no education. I got kicked out of school at a young age. What I did, guys, is while I was working, I was online learning skills, and I learned how to be an affiliate marketer, how to do drop shipping, and then I took those skills and then I took the money that I had saved from my jobs and I started working online after hours. So it's important to learn a skill or try to learn a skill or test a skill or whatever you want to call it before you actually start diving deep this online world. Now, learning a skill, it doesn't actually mean doing the skill. You will eventually have to start doing it, but learning a skill is just watching YouTube videos, reading blogs. I've never actually read a book in my life. I've skipped through a few books, and everyone says you need books to learn. That is total bogus. You do not. I'm a multi-millionaire. I have over 4 companies now, and I'm about to start another one, and I have never read a book properly. What I've done is I've watched YouTube videos and I've read blogs. Blogs are some of the biggest resources resources you can get on starting businesses, learning skills and stuff like that, because it's actually from people who have real world experiences. People that are writing books, a lot of the time they're just writing garbage to sell you something, and a lot of the time it's just gibberish. But when you are reading a blog post, it's actionable content that people have actually done, and it's usually case studies and stuff like that. So to successfully start your own online business, to successfully become an entrepreneur, and if you may, I don't know, maybe you want to become one of those guys that post Lamborghinis, Ferraris on Instagram, or whatever you want to do, just remember, those people came from a long line of hard work. And number one, you need to start accumulating money for capital to start. And number two, you would want to learn a skill to go out there and start your own online business and stick to that skill and don't jump around to heaps of different things, because what will happen is eventually in 6 months time, in a year time, you'll still be at square one trying to learn how to start your own business because you keep jumping from method to skill to skill. And that, my friends, is honestly how you can go and get money to start your own online business. If you want to learn how you can go out and do some freelancing to actually maybe get a little bit of money on the side online, check out the video on the screen, guys, and I'll take you through step by step on how you can get some passive income streams going so you can use that to start your own business online. And don't forget to drop a like, guys, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified when my next video comes out, and drop a comment below. I'm online all day replying to your questions.